Hi everyone. So let's continue our discussion in lecture number 10. Herein what we are going to do is the previous year's question on making of the Constitution of India. I have already discussed this topic in greater detail in the previous videos. You will not be able to answer the questions if you have not seen the video. So definitely that's a request you will have to cater to. Secondly, very important point that you have to remember before we proceed with seeing the questions is that none of these questions are from the civil services examination, the UPSC CSE that most of you target for, because UPSC civil services examination में इस topic पर questions नहीं पूछे गए हैं, but what kind of possible questions are asked in all the other UPSC examinations like NDAs, CAPF, CDS, etc. So those are the questions we'll be seeing and you will see n number of questions. बहुत सारे questions पूछे गए हैं. ठीक है, अगर मैं आपको total number of questions दिखाऊं that I have picked from these topics in the past 7-8 years is 21 questions. तो आप खुद ही सोच लो कि कितने सारे questions हैं. ठीक है, so these are the things that we will be covering. You will be getting an idea that in case UPSC asks now, because now in CSE you are seeing the factual questions also for past 2 years, so therefore we have to take care of this and we will not take this topic lightly. Okay, so you will have to just pause the question, I mean pause the video whenever you see the question, try and attempt the answer and then hear my explanation and the answer. Okay, let's proceed, and also please do like, comment, share and subscribe if you feel the videos are of use to you. Okay, the first question is CAPF 2020. The question says, who was the president of the Constituent Assembly? Now, I will not be repeating you to pause the video after every question. That was unnecessarily increase the time. So that is to be understood. Once I read the question, you will pause the video. You yourself will try to answer the question and then we will see the explanation, right? So the first question is, who was the president of the Constituent Assembly? So you know that the correct answer here is Dr. Rajendra Prasad, who was the temporary president जो initially उन्होंने बनाया. आप नाम मुझे बताओगे. I have already given that to you in the notes. And then Dr. Rajendra Prasad was made the president. Just some additional information. Also, in these questions, most of the questions we have already covered in the notes format. A couple of actual things are not done because they're not given in the book as such, so maybe they have picked it from different sources. Therefore, those notings you will have in your own notes of the topic of making of the Constitution, so that you take these questions as a learning source also, not just a practice source but a learning source for those topics जो आपको नहीं आता है. ठीक है, so President Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee, and the other two people you see were the members of the Constituent Assembly. Next question is, who among the following stated in the Constituent Assembly that on 26th of January 1950 India was going to enter a life of contradictions? Now this is taken from one of the debates that were going on in the Constituent Assembly. So the correct answer here is again Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. अब यहाँ पर आप देखो, see this तो question you already knew from the notes. ठीक है, now regarding this question, the second one you did not know, that I know. मतलब if you have followed the notes, I know that we have not done it anywhere, but let's try and see that without any knowledge could have we able to answer this question. Firstly, you see this option Mahatma Gandhi. I have told you that Mahatma Gandhi was not a member of the Constituent Assembly. तो ये तो ऑप्शन ही हमारे पास से जा रहे हैं. ठीक है, second is about S.P. Mukherjee. Now we have talked about him, but if you see the other names like Jawaharlal Nehru and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, you will possibly see that they will give you the most highlighted names basically. Now amongst so we will even rule out for this matter, मतलब just for the guessing perspective I would say S.P. Mukherjee. Now if we see Jawaharlal Nehru and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar की अगर हम बात करते हैं, तो Jawaharlal Nehru even though was a very important member and became the first Prime Minister of independent India, लेकिन Dr. B.R. Ambedkar seems like a better option I would say in this kind of questions because of being the chairman of the drafting committee and also known as the architect of constitution. So बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जिस नाम से उनको जानते हैं. So it is probably always a better option and guessing हमेशा हमारा इनके तरफ जाना चाहिए. Now regarding this option, basically इस किस मैटर को लेके यहाँ पे बात हो रहा था, that India was going to enter a life of contradictions. Basically what he was trying to convey to the constitutional makers here, that even if with the help of this constitution we are trying to bring political equality because of democracy and universal adult franchise, everyone getting the right to vote, etc., we will still have socio-economic inequality, consistently, because our society is yet not progressed and not in that a stage कि आप उसको बहुत advanced बोल पाओ. Economic inequality was anyways there. We were very very much in a economic trouble, I would say, and facing a number of problems. So these inequalities were anyways there, and therefore it was said ki enter a life of contradictions, because on this day you were going to become a republic and politically हम equality establish कर ले रहे थे, लेकिन contradictions क्यों हो जाता? Because socio-economic inequality still would exist, and of course that is something that is not good for the country for the longer run. This is what he was trying to make the other members understand. Okay, I hope you have got the answer. Next question is, who among the following was the advisor to the Constituent Assembly? Not the chairman. They are asking you the advisor of the Constituent Assembly. I have already explained you in the notes at one point of time. B.N. Rao, Benegal Nursing Rao. Next question is, on which of the following dates the Constituent Assembly of India adopted the national flag? You have to be very particular about flag, anthem, song, what they are asking. So this also was in the notes. So now see, this you could have answered with the help of notes. This चलिए हम बोलेंगे कि ठीक है हमने notes में सच नहीं करा था, but still easy to guess, I would say. This also is notes, this also is notes. ठीक है, तो आपको ये भी दिखेगा कि कितने notes से हम easily questions answer कर पा रहे थे. Okay, so the answer to option number 4th is your 22nd of July 1947. ठीक है, ये तो जनवरी का है, इस डेट की भी अपनी सिग्निफिकेंस है. यू चेक इन द नोट्स एंड लेट मी नो दैट. एंड 22 of January and then ये 22 July 1948 are the options, but the correct answer is 22nd of July 1947. They are asking the national flag adoption. Moving on to the next question, which of the following statements are correct about Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, who was a drafting member of the a member of the drafting committee of the Constitution? Now फर्स्टली द ऑप्शन इज आस्किंग यू द करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट्स. ठीक है, तो सबसे पहले तो आपको ये ध्यान में रखना है. अब दे कैन इंडिविजुअली आस्क यू अबाउट दीज पीपल ऑल्सो, एंड आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट मेनी ऑफ अस विल नॉट नो अबाउट देम, बट स्टिल दीज क्वेश्चंस आर सॉल्व. एटलीस्ट दिस क्वेश्चन इज सॉल्वेबल. सो लेट्स सी how we can try and answer. First option says he favored the role of Supreme Court. This SC is Supreme Court in taking important decisions related to interpretation of the Constitution of India. He felt that Supreme Court had to draw the line between liberty and social control. He believed in dominance of executive over judiciary, and he favored a dictatorial form of governance. Options are A and B, ABC, CD and ABD. Now let's see the last two options. One is about believing in dominance of executive over judiciary. So when we are in the process of making of the constitution, because this person was a drafting committee member, आप खुद ही सोचो कि हाउ विल समबडी टॉक अबाउट डोमिनेंस ऑफ वन ऑर्गन ओवर अनदर. इट हैड टू बी अबाउट द सेपरेशन ऑफ पावर प्रॉपरली बीइंग प्रैक्टिस. आई मीन different organs getting their different sets of powers, and one should not take over the other organs. ये तो कोई बात ही नहीं कर सकता. So C has to be ruled out. I will not say that they specifically talked about SOP or not, but the idea is कि they will definitely talk about this is common sense, about different organs having their different sets of work. Why will somebody talk about dominance? And last one is to like too much, I would say, favoring a dictatorial form of governance. And that is why they give such options in the exam, that even if you don't know about the member in detail or the debates in detail, तो आप फिर भी guess कर सकते हो बहुत easily. common sensical guesses होंगे. डिक्टेटोरियल, अरे हम डेमोक्रेसी की तरफ बढ़ने की बात कर रहे थे, तो डिक्टेटोरियल कोई कैसे फेवर करेगा? ठीक है, तो लेट्स सी. हम ये दोनों तो गलत ही कर देंगे आराम से बेस्ड ऑन डी. नेक्स्ट कम सी भी वी हैव रूल्ड आउट. ठीक है, तो ये भी रूल आउट हो गया, तो बचता क्या? ए एंड बी. नाउ लेट्स सी ए एंड बी. वी डू नॉट नो अबाउट दिस पर्सन, बट हाँ, दीज स्टेटमेंट सीम्स लॉजिकल. The first one says कि he was believing in the idea of Supreme Court to take important decisions, related to the interpretation. So he was of the opinion कि the work of the judiciary should be, or the Supreme Court should be, to interpret the Constitution, and also Supreme Court should always maintain that balance or draw that line between individual liberty and social control. मतलब इतनी individual liberty भी नहीं होनी चाहिए कि वो सोसाइटी के कंट्रोल से बाहर निकल जाए, और इतना सोशल कंट्रोल भी नहीं होनी चाहिए दैट द इंडिविजुअल लिबर्टी इज कॉम्प्रोमाइज्ड. सो हैविंग अ बैलेंस बिटवीन बोथ ऑफ देम वाज ऑफ प्रोमिनेंस एज पर हिज ओपिनियन. सो वी हैव नॉट डन दिस इन द नोट्स, बट स्टिल वी कुड हैव मैनेज्ड इट. नेक्स्ट इज करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट्स. करेक्ट, ठीक है, स्टेटमेंट्स अबाउट द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया. Objective resolution was moved by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and Dr. Ambedkar served as the chairman of the drafting committee in his capacity as the law minister. So here, when you know about the first option, objective resolution, of course the first statement is wrong. You know it was moved by Jawaharlal Nehru. We have done this. So the first option is anyways wrong. And second, we know about Dr. Ambedkar being chairman of the drafting committee. The other thing that you don't know, I've not told this to you, but yes, he was the law minister then in the interim government also. So ये तो आपको वैसे भी अगेन कॉमन सेंस है, यू कुड हैव गॉट दिस पॉइंट राइट. सो इट्स ओनली बी correct. So I would say कि yes, this could have been partially answered from the notes, ठीक है, if not completely but partially answered from the notes. Moving on to the next question, correct statements about Constitution of India. Again, correct is the keyword here. That it was framed between December 1946 to December 1949. The draft of the Constitution were discussed in the public meetings. It is the shortest document of the Constitution in the world, and it came fully into operation immediately after drafting was completed in December 1949. So of course, out of all these four, 3 will be wrong and 1 will be correct. Now let's see the options. See, usually you don't have to remember every single date, but such kind of dates are definitely important. So you know that okay, this was first meeting was held in December 1946, but it continued till 1949 November. तभी तो वो 26 नवंबर का डेट आता है ना, एंड देन वी वेटेड टिल 26 ऑफ जनवरी फॉर द फाइनल इन्फोर्समेंट, राइट. तो ये तो हमने पढ़ा हुआ है, तो ये ऑप्शन वैसे ही गलत हो जाएगा. नेक्स्ट, ड्राफ्ट वॉज डिस्कस्ड इन पब्लिक मीटिंग, ये तो हमने बात करी है, वी हैव टोल्ड दिस इन दी नोट्स ऑल्सो एंड फर्दर डिस्कशन. शॉर्टेस्ट डॉक्यूमेंट, बिल्कुल नहीं. इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज द लॉन्गेस्ट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, एक्चुअली लॉन्गेस्ट डॉक्यूमेंट है, ये तो आपको पता होना चाहिए. ऑल्दो देयर इज दिस पॉइंट विच आई डू इन द सेलियंट फीचर्स ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, जो हमारा अगला टॉपिक है उसमें इस पर और बात करेंगे, बट जस्ट नो दिस. एंड इट केम फुल्ली इन टू ऑपरेशन इमीडिएटली आफ्टर ड्राफ्टिंग. बिल्कुल नहीं, फर्स्टली तो ड्राफ्टिंग वॉज नॉट कम्प्लीटेड इन डिसम्बर, एंड सेकेंडली इमीडिएटली नहीं, वो तो नवंबर में ही हो गया था. देयरफॉर दे डोंट गिव यू डिफरेंट ऑप्शंस. यहाँ दिसंबर दिया है तो यहाँ भी उन्होंने आपको दिसंबर ही दिया हुआ है, बट इमीडिएटली तो नहीं था, बिकॉज वी वेटेड टिल 26th ऑफ जनवरी 1950 फॉर द enforcement or operation. So again, this statement is also wrong, this is also wrong. So which is the correct answer? B. Next, correct statements about the objectives resolution. So objective resolution inspired the shaping of the constitution through all its subsequent stages. It was not just a resolution but a firm declaration, a firm resolve and a pledge, and it provided underlying philosophy of our constitution. Now see, all of these lines of course is very very clear that it did all of these, right? Resolve, pledge or declaration, ये सब तो है ही, because preamble has been derived from it. Philosophy है because preamble has been derived from it. And also declaration, it was said that we are declaring कि हम republic हैं, sovereign है, etc etc. And of course जितने भी इसमें stages थे कि जब इसको लोगों के लिए मतलब डिबेट के लिए रखा गया सामने, सो द पीपल रेड इट क्लॉज बाय क्लॉज एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. सो ऑफ कोर्स इट इंस्पायर्ड द शेपिंग, इट वाज अ प्रोसेस ऑफ द प्रेजेंट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मेकिंग. सो ऑल ऑफ दीज स्टेटमेंट्स आर करेक्ट एंड देयर शुड नॉट बी एनी डाउट अबाउट इट. Next question is, which of the following provisions of the Constitution of India became effective after 26th of November 1949? So I have given it in the notes that some provisions of the Constitution of India became effective immediately from that date only, and then rest of them came into operation from January 26th of January 1950. So in this matter you will now learn a couple of points which are given here, कि 26th of November को क्या क्या provisions जो हैं वो effective आपके हो गए थे. You might not know this, but it's okay, now you will know this. So for this particular question, the answer will be 1 and 2. So elections and citizenship related provisions were there. Emergency and appointment of judges, they were later brought. ठीक है, तो 26 November को ये दोनों थे. But what about some other provisions? So it's better that we quickly have a discussion of this. So for this you will have to read Article 394 of the Constitution of India. ठीक है, just read it. This is for your reference. You must have the Constitution. Even if you will not understand it, don't worry about it. अब बस उसको एक बार पढ़ो. 394 of the Constitution जो है, commencement करके उसका टाइटल है. उसका सिर्फ जो टाइटल है ना, उसमें सिर्फ commencement लिखा हुआ है. Commencement. And I'll just quickly read it out to you. So they are mentioning a couple of articles. That articles 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 324, 366, 367. 379, 380, 388, 391, 392 and 393. These are the articles. You don't worry that you will just forget it and you don't have to note it down because I am reading article 394 of the constitution. तो आप जब खुद पढ़ो तो आपको वहाँ पे मिल जाएगा, ठीक है. So don't worry. So now they are telling that all of these articles shall come into force at once, मतलब नवंबर में ही, and the remaining provision shall come into force on the 26th day of January. Okay. So therefore when you will see those articles you will understand कि किस किस चीज़ से related provision है. So in those articles, for example, you are getting the provisions related to citizenship, ठीक है. उसके अलावा प्रेसिडेंट के ओथ एंड एफर्मेशन को लेके भी जो हैं पॉइंट्स उसमें हैं, प्रोविज़न जो उसी दिन से इफेक्टिव होगा. इलेक्शन कमीशन की जो बात है वो भी उस प्रोविज़न में आ रहा है. उसके अलावा सम provisions related to the provisional parliament is also coming. Then some temporary provisions and transitional provisions are also there. So all of these things are there which got effective from 26th of November only. बाकी सारी चीज़ें 26th of January से आई हैं. So for this question these two will be the option. I hope you are learning something new and getting excited about the further questions also. Moving to the 10th question. Which scholar has conceptualized the Constitution of India as a seamless web? Now we have not done this as such, ठीक है, but यहाँ से again आपको कुछ नया सीखने को मिलेगा because they're asking the scholar. I'll directly give you the answer because I guess you might not know this. So the options are M.V. Pillai, D.D. Basu, Granville Austin and Subhash Kashyap, but the answer is Granville Austin. So he talked about that the Constitution of India is a seamless web. और इस वेब में उन्होंने बोला कि मल्टीपल चीज़ें आपस में एक दूसरे से जुड़ी हुई. वेब क्या होता है? जाल सा, है ना. तो मल्टीपल चीज़ें आपस में जुड़ी हुई हैं. What 3 things he talked about was social revolution, and remember this point, this is going to be handy in one of the another question also, democracy and unity integrity. So just remember this as a learning point. Okay, next question is who is not a member of the drafting committee? See, they are not asking only constituent assembly member. No, they are asking the members of the drafting committee. So आपको drafting committee के सारे members याद करने होंगे. I have already given you that in the notes. Although you would not have got the names of all the members in the notes, so do that from Lakshmikant. That is why I have given you the reference. The second chapter of Lakshmikant deals with this. So I have mentioned you that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman and then there were other members. So एक बार roughly उन सबका नाम आप पढ़ लोगे so that you roughly have an idea that who were the members, so that you come across any such option जहाँ पे आप easily eliminate कर सकते हो. Even if you will not remember the members, at least you will be able to eliminate. Now in this question it was easy to eliminate B.N. Rao. Why? Because B.N. Rao was the constitutional advisor or not a member of the drafting committee. तो ये तो यहाँ पर easy था to eliminate because this question we have already covered in the another format earlier also. Question number 12 talks about the correct statements about the Constituent Assembly. It was not based on adult franchise. It resulted from direct election. It was a multi-party body and it worked through several committees. Now see, working through several committees, of course, right, we know about this, ठीक है, तो 4 has to be right. Resulted from direct election. There was no direct election. We have already talked about indirect election and nomination, both these kinds. So 2 is anyways wrong. So this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. तो वैसे भी आपके पास क्या बच रहा है? 1 and 4. 4 we have seen was right. The first is not based on adult franchise. बिल्कुल, because adult franchise was given after independence. And then it says multi-party body. तो यहाँ पे this can be might be a problematic option if these options were not given, because here you are not getting 3 anyways in the correct one, तो कोई issue नहीं है. But because Congress was the largest party in the Constituent Assembly, but छोटे मोटे इधर उधर से और members भी थे, and you might it depends on UPSC's answers की. But in this question चूँकि कोई ऑप्शन है ही नहीं थर्ड को लेके जो कि करेक्ट में आ सकता है, because these 2 are anyways eliminated because of option number 2. So easily we can get on to 1 and 4. Okay, next question again is about correct statements regarding the Constituent Assembly. Elected indirectly by the Provincial Legislative Assembly members. Elections held on the basis of universal adult franchise. Scheme election was laid down by the cabinet delegation and seat distribution was done on the basis of Mountbatten plan. Now see, indirect election हमने देखा बिल्कुल हुआ है. Election was held on the basis of universal adult franchise, बिल्कुल नहीं, हमने देखा बिल्कुल नहीं हुआ है. Scheme election was laid down by the cabinet delegation, मतलब cabinet mission plan. बिल्कुल, we have talked about it, that they have talked about the seat distribution etc. ठीक है, so third is also right. And seat distribution was done on the basis of Mountbatten plan. So Mountbatten plan was actually something which dealt with the partition of India and not the Constituent Assembly. तो ये हम तब करेंगे जब वो टॉपिक आएगा. So this is also a wrong option. So basically 1 and 3 are the correct statements, and they have asked you for correct statement, so your answer will be 1 and 3, this one. ठीक है. Next question is, on 26th of November 1949 which of the following provisions came into effect? The same thing that we have done right now, which I have shown you, right, related to this question, but थोड़ा सा options में अलग है. Citizenship है, elections है, and then provisional parliament and fundamental rights. So while I was explaining, I told you to be cautious and we would be doing this. So of course citizenship is there, elections is there, so 1 and 2 are there, which means this and this might be a probability. Fundamental rights तो वैसे ही नहीं है, वो बाद में आया. So only provisional parliament के बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए, but I just told you that yes, the provisions related to this were also there. That is why this becomes the right answer. Next question is that Constitution of India was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on. Now please focus here, the keyword here is adopted. ठीक है, तो आपको मैंने ऑलरेडी इनैक्टमेंट, एनफोर्समेंट, अडॉप्शन ये सब टर्म्स समझा दिया है, तो यू शुड नॉट मेक एनी मिस्टेक. आई वुड नॉट अज्यूम यू टू मेक एनी मिस्टेक. नाउ व्हेन दे आर आस्किंग यू इट वाज अडॉप्टेड, तो आप मुझे करेक्ट आंसर इसका जो है देख कर बताओगे जल्दी से नोट से. So I hope you know the right answer because they are asking you the adoption. तो it has to be 26th of November, है ना, जिस दिन अपनाया गया. लेकिन इन्फोर्स कब से किया गया, लागू कब से किया गया, that was 26th of January 1950. Next question is, according to Granville Austin, which of these was the most significant contribution of India to the constituent making? Now see, we do not know this answer, I would assume of course, कि हमें तो नहीं पता उन्होंने क्या बोला था, but बेस्ड ऑन अभी जो हमने उनसे रिलेटेड एक पॉइंट पढ़ा था, जो भी मैंने आपको दिखाया था ये वाला, इसके बेसिस पे हम थोड़ा सा अंदाज लगा सकते हैं. और अदरवाइज जस्ट कंसिडर दिस क्वेश्चन एज अ सोर्स ऑफ लर्निंग फ्रॉम यू फॉर यू, बिकॉज येस दिस वाज नॉट समथिंग दैट वी हैव डन. सो हियर द करेक्ट आंसर इज सोशल रिवोल्यूशन एंड पॉलिटिकल फ्रीडम. ठीक है, जस्ट नो दिस एज अ रेफरेंस. Next question is, you have to match this. So person and role in the constitution making: Rajendra Prasad, T.T. Krishnamachari, H.C. Mukherjee, B.R. Ambedkar. Member of the drafting committee: Chairman Constituent Assembly, Chairman Drafting Committee, and Vice Chairman Constituent Assembly. So this question is of course not a tough task, and you would have got down to easily maybe check that. Rajendra Prasad, you know Rajendra Prasad, who was he? He was the चेयरमैन ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली. आप बोलोगे यहाँ पे चूंकि ऑप्शन चेयरमैन दिया हुआ है, हम प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली जानते हैं, राइट? तो बट स्टिल आई थिंक इट वॉज मैनेजेबल प्रॉपरली बिकॉज द ऑप्शंस दे हैव गिवन. देन डॉक्टर बी आर अम्बेडकर, यू नो, वॉज द चेयरमैन ऑफ द ड्राफ्टिंग कमिटी. सो डी इज 3, विच मीन्स ईदर ऑफ देम विल बी करेक्ट, एंड देन ए इज 2. तो ए तो 2 ऑलरेडी है, ठीक है. दीज आर द थिंग्स वी नो. नाउ यू हैव टू सी फॉर बी एंड सी. So अच्छा, for H.C. Mukherjee, if you remember, I have already given you that there were 2 vice chairpersons. ठीक है, वन नेम इज H.C. Mukherjee, अदर यू विल फाइंड आउट, इट इज़ गिवन इन द नोट्स. सो यहाँ से यू कुड हैव गॉन टू C4 एंड देन ऑटोमेटिकली तो B1 हो जाते द मेंबर. ठीक है, सो दिस इज योर राइट आंसर. I hope you are also learning how do you derive the right answer in case you don't know, right? You know, you will always not have the direct questions that अच्छा ये तो बस मैंने लाइन में पढ़ा और आंसर हो गया, ऐसा नहीं होगा हमेशा. So please read very carefully and know how to solve the prelims question. Next is, the following passage from the debate of the Constituent Assembly is attributed to. तो यहाँ पे इन्होंने एक पैसेज दिया है, then they asks you about different people, और आपको ये देखना है कि वो डिबेट में जो है उनसे रिलेटेड क्या बात होगी, किन्होंने इस चीज़ के बारे में जिक्र करा. सो पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू, डॉक्टर अंबेडकर, मौलाना अबुल कलाम आज़ाद, आचार्य JB कृपलानी. 4 people. Let's see what is given as a statement. Again, we have not done this, so we will just take a guessing. The draft constitution as framed only provides a machinery for the government of the country. It is not a contrivance to install any particular party in power as has been done in some countries. बेसिकली ये बोला जा रहा है कि जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ड्राफ्ट कर रहा है वो सिर्फ गवर्नमेंट को एक मौका दे रहा है, मशीनरी दे रहा है, या फिर एक मेथड दे रहा है, टू टेक केयर ऑफ द कंट्री. हम इस तरीके का सिस्टम नहीं इंस्टॉल कर रहे हैं जहाँ पे सिर्फ एक पर्टिकुलर पार्टी जो है वो बस पावर में आ जाएगी जैसा बाकी देश करते हैं. नाउ हु शुड बी इन पावर? पावर में होगा कौन, इट इज़ लेफ्ट टू बी डिटरमाइंड बाय द पीपल. वी आर लीविंग इट ऑन द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया, as it must be if the system is to satisfy the test of democracy. So if we have to be a democratic government in real, it is to the people who should be given the power to decide who would be in the power in the country. ठीक है, दिस इज़ वॉट इज़ बीइंग डन. सो अगैन अगर हमें गेस लेना है तो एज आई टोल्ड यू कि मोस्ट प्रोबेबली जो है वो डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर से रिलेटेड ऑप्शंस होते हैं. हाउएवर आई कैन नॉट क्लेम दैट ही विल बी द ओनली पर्सन ऑलवेज, बट ठीक है, अभी तक के ऑप्शंस में दिस इज़ व्हाट वी आर सीइंग. एंड बिकॉज दीज डिबेट्स आर लाइक आप हमेशा गेस नहीं कर सकते हो सही, तो इसमें हमेशा एक रिस्क फैक्टर बना रहेगा. लेट्स क्विकली सी, छोटे छोटे हैं ये सब मेंबर रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस हैं. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल एडवाइजर टू द कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली वॉज, अभी बहुत बार कर लिया इस क्वेश्चन को, BN राव. हु अमंग द फॉलोइंग वर द मेंबर्स ऑफ द ड्राफ्टिंग कमेटी. मेंबर्स की बात हो रही है. सो अच्छा, यहाँ पर एक छोटा सा ऑप्शन रह जा रहा है बिकॉज इसमें मल्टीपल चीज़ें हैं. सो जस्ट have these options in front of you. Yeah, right, now you can choose. So N Gopalaswamy, Jawaharlal Nehru, Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer and Sardar Patel. ठीक है, अगर ड्राफ्टिंग कमेटी की बात हो रही है सो यू नो कि डॉक्टर नेहरू वॉज नॉट देयर. ठीक है, ये तो हम पहले भी बात कर चुके हैं. तो नंबर 2 तो आपका एलिमिनेट हो ही जाना है इस चीज़ में. एंड बिकॉज द नंबर 2 ऑप्शन विल बी एलिमिनेटेड, यू विल एनीवेज बी रूलिंग दिस आउट एंड दिस आउट. नाउ यू हैव 1, 3 and 1, 4 विच मीन्स 1 इज़ एनीवेज करेक्ट. ठीक है, 3 and 4, तो अभी 3 तो हमने पढ़ ही लिया कि इज़ दैट्स राइट, अल्लादी कृष्णस्वामी आयर. ठीक है, तो आप जाओगे इस ऑप्शन के साथ. एंड द लास्ट क्वेश्चन हियर इन द सीरीज इज हु वॉज नॉट a member of the drafting committee. तो कहीं member कहीं नहीं member, and you have seen that drafting committee से related they ask you so many questions. So please do remember, आपको बहुत सारे members नहीं याद रखने हैं, तो बस जितने selected members हैं 7-8 members आपको सिर्फ याद रखने हैं. प्लीज़ आप उतना याद रख लेंगे. Not a member की बात हो रही है. Now this question was again very easy to be answered because if you are seeing the option Mahatma Gandhi, he was not a member of the Constituent Assembly, so of course he was not a member of the drafting committee also. तो ये तो अपने आप easy है. ठीक है, तो ये आप इजीली आंसर कर सकते थे. सो यू हैव जस्ट सीन अ कपल ऑफ क्वेश्चंस. फॉर एग्जांपल इस तरीके से जो पैसेज वाला हो गया, या फिर ग्रैनविल ऑस्टिन का क्वेश्चन हो गया, या फिर इफ़ दे आर आस्किंग यू लेट्स से कि किस पर्सनालिटी ने क्या बोला. ठीक है, बस सच काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आर समथिंग दैट वी हैव नॉट डन. उसके अलावा ऑल काइंड्स ऑफ फैक्चुअल इन्फॉर्मेशन, इन्फोर्समेंट, अडॉप्शन, और यू नो adoption of flag, anthem, etc. and then members of the drafting committee, objective resolution, all of that. ठीक है, या फिर who was the chairman, who was the member, who was all of that is what we have already done. Constitutional advisor, ये सारी चीज़ें तो हम already कर चुके हैं. So I hope you have enjoyed the session and looking forward to meet you guys in the next one. Please do check all the earlier videos also, and the weekly schedule for this week already has been released. I have made certain changes with respect to how we are going to carry on with the sessions from now on. Please do check them also. So take care guys, see you till the next one. Bye bye.